Hello. Um, let's just start by saying my name's Jackie and you're watching Romany Tarot. Okay, this year we're going to be doing readings completely different. So I want you all to forget about the month you was born. So we're forgetting about the star sign, the rising star. No, if I can speak again, the rising sign, your moon sign, or whatever. We're not talking about signs. We're going to be talking about numbers. All right. So it's for me, it's something different, something also familiar to me because I've been doing some studying on the numbers for quite some time now. Okay, so we're looking at anyone born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th of any month. Okay, so it doesn't matter what month you was born. All right, so we're just looking at the life path one. So we're looking at this number here. All right, so 10. It always breaks down to a single number. So we're looking at the number one. 9 and 1 is 10. So again, we're looking at number one. And of course, 28. 8 and 2 is 10. All right. So you are a life path 10. Life path 10. I've got me ballsed it up already. A life path one. All right. So yeah, it's a very interesting. So what I'm going to do before anyone says anything, because there are two ways out there that this is done. Some of you may believe that it's your whole old date of birth. All right, so that would be the day, the month, and the year. Add them together, and that gives you your life path number. Okay, so there is two ways. No, what can I say? No way is wrong or right, but I find this way, it just makes more sense to me, all right, to do it this way. When you just add your day of birth, all right, so the day you was born, your birthday, and I just find that just resonates and sort of seems to fit all the studying I've done and the studying of the different numbers. It just seems to make more sense. All right, so let's get on. So what I'm going to be doing, so of course we're looking at the life path one, and your card from the major arcana is the Magician. All right, so that's lovely. So I'd say master of your own creation here. All right, whatever it is that you have created or you are creating. All right, and apart from other things as well. But before I go on, I'll just read here from my card. The life path one of course is the house of the sun. All right, so here we're looking at creative, positive individuals. All right, so all those who are creative, individual, and positive. So being in his or her own work, inventive, definite in his or own views, obstinate, determined in all they undertake, ambitious, don't like to be held back, usually rise in whatever their profession or occupation may be. Their desire to become heads of whatever their businesses are. All right, department heads, they keep their authority and make themselves respected and looked up to in some way. All right, so that's just a quick little brief there on those cards that I've wrote there. And yeah, so secondly, I just want to say the Magician for you, my life path ones, is really good, and the house of the sun. And of course, if we look at this the number 10, which we see these numbers apart from the one all add up to 10. We're looking also at the wheel. So the wheel is a fortunate card to have. Of course, there's always positive and negative sides of every character. Of course, your life path number or the number you are, the number one, each number also has a character of its own, all right? So if we look at the Magician card here, we see magic. I see the word magic, of course, with the IAN at the end, magician. And as I say, creators of your own business, your own work. These are people that are self-employed, work for themselves, as I say, have their own businesses, or they are usually mentors, you could be supervisors, managers, anyone here that likes to move up the ladder, all right, that likes to improve themselves in some way. All right, so you have what they call a bit of the Midas touch, I would say. Very creative, good with your hands, anything like that. Also, what I just wanted to mention, I'm going to be pulling for your reading today. Of course, as I do the readings each month or whenever I can, we will be, just adding more bits about the life paths, the life path numbers, and in your case, the life path one. So I won't go on too much about that at this particular time. But what I do want to say is that the main thing I wanted to say by starting this video is to let you know that obviously if you were born on any of these days, then you are a life path one. All right. If you are the sort of person that, if you are a believer in the other method of adding these numbers up with your whole date of birth, that's fine. But, they could also be classed as a secondary number, I suppose. Or you might come up with the same number. It depends. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a card for each date. So the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. So we're going to just have a look. We're going to pull some cards, just see what's going on for you guys. And let's get on with it. So the first card I'm going to be pulling for each of these numbers or dates, as I say, is from the Lenormands. So we're going to just pull like an oracle card. Wow, too many there. Have just flown out. So I'm just going to give it another quick shuffle. Okay, so those cards have turned over. Right, so we'll give them another shuffle. If you can see me here. So I turned the camera around the other way because I didn't know how to sort of reverse it, but everyone says the quality is better when I do it this way as well. So yeah, I've also attached a microphone. I don't know if it's going to be working, but please do let me know. Right, let's see what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the cards once for these readings. Okay, so the first card you have. Okay, so we do have the coffin for the 1st. We have the garden for the 10th. We have the well for the 19th. Let me just move those ones out the way a minute. And we have the woman for the 28th. Right, let's just see what other cards we have. Right, so I'm going to pull a couple now from the tea leaf. So we're going to pull some, excuse my shuffling. These are a really big, quite a big deck of cards, like loads of them. So as you can see, I'm having trouble shuffling. Oh dear, sorry, number ones. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to shuffle half a pack at a time because my hands cannot handle shuffling these cards all at once. So I'm going to do half a pack at a time and see what comes out. Right, so for the first of any month, we have the flag. And we'll have one more for the first, and we have dog barking. All right, so I'm going to pull 2 cards on each. Let's pull some now from this deck. It's supposed to shuffle them together, but I just can't do it. So for the 10th, we have heels. Let's have a look. And cards come over here as well. Okay, and we have cloud. And for the 19th, we have, I'll just shuffle them very slowly so they don't all fall out. So for the 19th, there's one more please, one more for the 19th. There we go. So we have the first one that came over is the axe, and we have the kangaroo, and I'll read those cards in just a sec. And for the 28th, we have the archway. Let's put them up the right way. And we have 28th of any month. Remember, we're not doing sun signs, star signs. We're not doing the zodiac. We are doing numbers. So it's just your birthday. All right, regardless of the month you were born. Okay, we have 2 cards that are flipped over there for you, 28. We have the pineapple and we have the wreath. All right, so a lot of cards there. So before I'm going to be pulling some tarot from my mini universal. So let's have a look. Okay, the first, you do have the coffin. All right, so we do have an ending in something going on here. All right, something that's what they say, that open and shut case, something that's closed, something that you've put to rest here. All right, so whatever that is for you, number ones. All right, so something here has been put to rest. All right, so your tea leaf cards, you had the flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. All right, and dog barking. So advice from a friend. So don't lower your standards. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. All right, so if don't sort of do whatever it is you're doing to fit in with the rest. That's what I want to say here. Keep up, you know, if you've got high standards in things you do or certain things you do, then just keep that up. All right, do not lower your standards. This could be for some of it. So for some of you, this could be something that you're starting, something that you're doing, and maybe you're thinking. I mean, just as an example, maybe you're lowering the price of something. So you're lowering your standards there. You're not getting your true value for something, all right? So don't lower your standards. Don't cut corners, we could say, with this card as well. So, yeah, the feeding. And then we've got this dog barking. So advice from a friend. So maybe someone you need to talk to get some advice about something that you're planning on finishing, ending, closing. These are the words that are popping into mind. If you are starting something new, start as you mean to carry on. All right. So that could be anything. That could be in work, business, um, or a partnership or relationship. It could be anything there. All right. Don't lower your standards. As I say, when we meet someone, we all have a certain, as I say, type of person. So just for the sake of being with someone, or it could be anything like that, or maybe you're already with someone that makes you feel that don't appreciate you in some way. Maybe you're thinking of ending a relationship here because of their standards. You don't want to sort of bring yourself down to their level. Maybe you need advice, you need to talk to someone, maybe get something out in the open. So that could be anything to do with your work, business, or relationship. All right. So that's for you ones. Now, for you number 10s, we have the park. Okay, so this could be a public event when you get the park. All right, so a public event, something where a place where crowds gather. I'm picking up here with this one. A social gathering, many people. Um, I get music with this card as well. Music. So some sort of social event is happening, or that you put on, or that you're going to, something like that. All right. Now the two cards from the tea leaf, you've got obstacles to overcome, and you've got temporary problems. All right. So whatever it is that you're doing, I feel for something. If there's something that you're organising, then you're going to have some things to do. All right. So there is some sort of obstacles in the way, and that there are things that you may need sorting out because you do have temporary problems. But remember, that's temporary. So whatever it is you're doing, number 10, or those of you born on the 10th, there is something here about something is going to be held back. It's to do with an event. It can be to do with an event or a big social gathering. All right. All right, let's move on to 19s. All right, so those of you born on the 19th, you have, if I can pick it up with these nails, you do have the well. All right, so the well, we do have 41 here, so 4 and 1 is 5. So this is obviously there's as I say, a light at the end of the tunnel. So something is being, say, your resources. So your resources could be your money, whatever it is. Something is being drained here, something is empty. So is the well empty or is it full? All right. So it could be either way, but something here you need to sort of dig deep, get in, sort of get stuck into something here. All right, let's just have a look at your tea leaf cards first. So your tea leaf card is the axe, forces working against you, and you have the kangaroo, so unsettled times, so you need to plan ahead. So unsettled times need to plan ahead, all right? And forces working against you, all right? So things are not quite going the way you expected at the moment. There is unsettled times. There is time. It is a time now to sort of plan ahead. especially when I see that well, because it shows me there is some sort of challenge going on here for you, all right? And you need to really sort of show your strength here in some way and really sort of get yourself out of some sort of maybe some sort of rut or some sort of problem you're having. I don't think when I say forces working against you, it's usually could be circumstances, it could be authority, and it could be generally the people around you as well. You know, they're not making things any easier for you. They're making things worse or more difficult for you in some way. All right, let me pull these cards up. Okay, let's just move on quickly now to this number. So we have the number 28. So those of you born on the 28th, you do have the lady here. This is in the Lenormands, this card, look at her, maybe I should cover that up, showing a boob. She's looking out of a window with, I can't find the word for it now. She's expecting someone, all right? So the 28's expecting someone. This could be, for some of you, a lover. Maybe she's having an affair. It could be that as well. Uh, the Lungwind also explains, if I can get the words out, sorry guys, this could be, for some of you, a same-sex relationship as well. So any of you, if it's not that, then we're looking out for somebody. We're looking for the arrival of somebody here, all right? We look a little bit, let's say, apprehensive, slightly worried about something. Is someone going to come? Is someone going to turn up? Or maybe a visitor, an unexpected visitor calling, you know, an unexpected caller. So it could be anything like that, all right? And for those of you watching, if you're male, so it doesn't matter, these readings for both genders, male or female. So those of you watching that are male, maybe there's a lady out there that is that's waiting or expecting you here in some way, all right? But let's have a look. So your first card from the tea leaf, you have the archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So that's good. All right. So some sort of opportunity coming in here. Is it a new opportunity for a relationship? Is it a new path to take, a new place to go? I feel this is something to do with a relationship, this one. Reconciliation. Okay, so you've got the pineapple here with reconciliation. So maybe you're considering something that you wouldn't have dreamed of doing in the past. All right, so you're sort of reconsidering something. All right, so we do have here that last card that I found that was reversed. We do have sorrow over a loss. All right. So maybe some sort of loss, or because I said the word reversed, maybe you're getting over a loss. All right. So maybe I said you're expecting something here. You've got sort of good, as I say, positive things happening, and maybe something's happening here that's not making you, that's making like it's giving you some sort of worry, some sort of news. All right. This could be also for some of you, it could be a loss, loss of a job, it could be loss of a business, it could be loss of a relationship, anything like that, all right? Or loss of a person in your life, somebody close, maybe a mother figure. But whatever it is, but here you also have the new opportunities and the reconciliation. So maybe you've taken, I mean, you could be thinking of taking a job that you didn't consider before, or you did, it was offered to you before, but now you're thinking it through and you're reconsidering something, a job opportunity